Stop scrolling! Many of you may have heard the name Wheelchair Rapunzel. She was originally known for her rage bait type of content and also discussing her disability that does have her confined to a power wheelchair. Her disability diagnosis, from what she has stated in her own videos, is spinal muscular atrophy, which appears to be a rare genetic disease that can cause muscle loss. And let me just say, her story is causing some major waves online right now. Wheelchair Rapunzel, aka Alex, I will not say her last name, started out on social media as a passionate advocate, pushing boundaries around disability, body positivity, and self-acceptance. I remember she used to spend a lot of time calling people out for forms of ableism. But her content quickly veered towards more attention-grabbing, sometimes controversial behavior, what some would call rage baiting, that sparked intense debates. Now, I want to be clear on something. One thing that I will not weigh in on in this video is whether or not she is capable of caregiving her child because of her disability. That's not my place, and I feel like it would be unfair for me to jump to conclusions as an outsider that has no idea what her life is like every day. But yes, she did have a baby, and the online reaction from that was explosive. Many questioned whether or not she was physically capable to provide proper care. Yes, I understand it is a complex conversation, but assumptions based on solely disability, I personally don't feel like are helpful or accurate. But that, again, everybody's going to feel differently. I do know she had CPS called on her many times from social media. But here's where things get even more serious. And frankly, kaboom, explosive on the internet. Alex, aka Wheelchair Rapunzel, is currently facing potential felony charges for allegations that she had a minor child bathe her. Courts have scheduled a jury trial, and the discussions are dominating social media right now, especially TikTok. The story has ignited fierce debates around consent, boundaries, and how we frame these controversies when things like disability, motherhood, and social media collide. Here's what's alleged to have happened. According to court documents, the 13-year-old boy was dropped off at his mom's apartment but didn't go upstairs. When his mother found him, he told her that he had gone to Wheelchair Rapunzel's place. My understanding was that they ran into each other in the elevator and she asked him how old he was, but don't quote me on that because, again, it's all assumptions at this point and allegations. It's all allegedly. The minor child claims that Wheelchair Rapunzel asked him to undress her, put her into the bath, shower her, move her to the bed, and fetch her a beer, despite the fact that he was only 13 and she knew this. He did insist that there was no physical contact, that he deliberately avoided looking at her body, and said he was simply trying to help. His mother filed a report immediately after learning what happened, and rightfully so. Wheelchair Rapunzel has admitted that her request showed poor judgment, but she says she had no harmful intent and struggles to find consistent caregiving. I may dive more into that in a later video. I don't know. I'm debating, but there is more backstory to that statement. But a jury trial has now been set. I also have read that she paid him $20 to do those things. This kid just wanted to buy something that he wanted, whether it was candy, I don't know. As a mother, I can't even say what I would do. And understandably, the online reaction has been more than fierce. People are calling it creepy, predatory, while others are talking about how distressing it must have been for the child. One specific creator summarized the situation by saying that the situation was absolute golden timing for her custody case. And again, that's a whole nother story in itself. So as of now, that is where things stand. It is heavy and emotionally charged. I want to know what you guys think about how the internet and social media are handling stories like this, especially when things like disabilities, accusations, and social media, all of the worlds collide. But please make sure that we keep comments respectful and thoughtful. I know that everybody is upset that has learned about this, and rightfully so. I get it. I'm a mother. Like, it's not okay. But y'all know I want to keep it as positive and respectful as possible over here. We can talk about the hot takes, but we don't have to be mean, rude, or hateful. We can express ourselves without things like that. You guys are adults. You guys know how to act. I appreciate all of you. You're all amazing. Stay tuned. I may do a part 2 on this and give a little bit more backstory into other things when it comes to this specific creator, but that will also be kept respectful as well, because you never know what another person is going through in life. However, I will say shame on you for this specific behavior, in my opinion. All right, y'all. My break is over. I'm going to get my ass back to work and get through the rest of this day. Make sure that you are kind to one another today. Be kind to yourself. And always remember, I love your face. Bye.